Chapter 10. Unfounded Guilt. That evening, Al's opened the case of tequila that he had found in a storage unit on the estate. It didn't surprise him that his father would have taken precautions against running low on the luxury. It was apparently one of the only ones he had allowed himself in his position as ambassador. He sat at the desk in the study, fondling the glass and taking small sips every few minutes. The idea of inviting Rez over for an evening meal and conversation had crossed his mind on the way home. The information that Shikse had given him would have interested her to no end, but he ultimately decided against it. His head had been swimming after the meeting, either from the tequila or the onslaught of memories and information. The event seemed to have opened up the floodgates to more buried memories of his mother as well, and as he sat at the late ambassador's desk, every object that Al's laid his eyes on triggered memories of places and events that were attached to them. He wondered if his father had known how disorienting the process of integrating another's memories would be to his children. He suspected that Hildy and Ehrenfeld were similarly occupied in their own minds. Al's fought to avoid looking directly at the artifact containing the crystal. He knew that it would surface memories of his mother, which had become more painful every time it had happened recently. The pain of loss, even 10 years old, seemed fresh and raw in his father's memories, and with it was a plunging sense of guilt. Al's didn't understand his guilt until that night, after falling asleep across the desk, too exhausted to move to the bed. He dreamt of his mother again, waving her hands in excitement, only this time he knew what she was talking about. She took from her satchel the first of the artifacts that she had found on her foray into the newly discovered library, talking rapidly about the details and the implications for history, culture, and religion. Then she showed him that she had figured out the puzzle of opening it, and had seen things when she touched the crystal. Al's felt his doubt in the dream until the scene changed and he found his mother passed out in the study, grasping the open artifact. She had touched it and become overwhelmed. The scene shifted to him nursing her back to health in bed, then to her talking excitedly about her experience and the things she had learned. The scenes were blurred into each other and skipped in time, too fast to keep up, but he realized what she was seeing when he saw his own hands lifting the artifact up to the pedestal in front of the Manisae elders. His concern for his wife translated through the dream as a dull ache in the gut. Then images of the Manisae guard confiscating all of her work as he held her back, telling her it was for her own good. The dream started to fade as he found her again, passed out with a different crystal, unable to stay away from the lure of discovery. She had kept it from him and the guard to discover its secret on her own. He had driven her to it instead of helping her to proceed with care. He woke himself up, shouting, "Taryn, no!" Al's was on the floor, curled into a fetal position, much the same as he had just seen his mother in his mind. He was shivering from the emotion and the cold of the ceramic tile. Dragging himself to the shower, he managed to stand there until the warm steam bathed the sweat from his skin, his head pounding from the alcohol he had imbibed earlier.